Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. We're on the north spawn of Ghost Town, and this one is under the command of Angelina75. Game started. Well, this is the first game that Angelina75 played in the 1.14 update, and I think she was very concerned that she would actually lose a lot of the damage that she used to score in other battles. So yeah, she's testing out to see exactly how many changes have been made, and you can see in this game she's actually firing nothing but standard HE to try and get some damage on the enemy. Okay, well, she's aiming for the hill. First shot, I think she's going to wake up any tank destroyer or tank that's gone up to the top. But an enemy tank's turned up in the town, and well, she's got a Viz 55, which is a tier 10 Czech heavy tank. Lining the shots up. Oh, he's pulled back. Now, it's a big reduction in the damage because it used to be 1050 alpha. Now it's gone down to 900 alpha. Penetration of 52mm. Got an enemy target she's going for. It's the T110E4 who's decided to go, well, straight into town. Takes a direct hit, but only 140 hit points because the shell hit the front of the vehicle. But it's a big reduction. That would have probably earned her somewhere in the region of between 250 to 400 hit points with a non-penetrating shot before the changes, before the nerf. Okay, she's dialing in on the E75. He's side-scraping that corner rather successfully. From her current position, she can get a shot in there, but at the moment he's hiding. So I think she's decided, yep, to go back to the T110E4. Lines up a shot, rounds out, and another direct hit. This time she got slightly more than usual. 369. Which is about what you would expect normally. She's not carrying any of the premium HE, which has got bigger penetration, more damage, but less stun, no stun, and virtually no splash. Okay, she's almost loaded. In fact, we've got two enemy tanks together there, a Viz 55 and the T110E4, so she fires at both and she gets damage on both as well. 170 off the E4, 99 off the Viz 55, and she picks up loads of stun assist. Standard reload is 40.27 seconds. She's got a reload of 31.95. She's carrying premium consumables. Crater Coca-Cola, it speeds up the reload, gets you more accurate. It's worth paying that extra to get the response. Rounds out. That one hits the rubble, but she did stun the Object 430. Okay, we've got a Progetto 46 who's made his way up the west side of the map. Okay, she's indicating the target to let her teammates know that she's going for that. With two tanks down at the moment, well, one tank down, but two have been lost. She's instead changed. She's gone after the M48 pattern, dialing in, almost ready. That's it, rounds out. Direct hit, 180 hit points. You can see that big M mark because she's had ace tankers in the M53, M55. Yet she knows how to handle this Arty. See, the thing about What Arty Noobs members is that they do watch the videos, they see how the other people play, they ask questions about how to do it better, and they end up being really good players in their own right. It's one of the great things about swapping information that has come from the group and also from the YouTube channel for that matter. Okay, the enemy just lost their GW Tiger, which means now that they've got no Arty. That's out the E75. Oh, hits the building. Yeah, you can see where it impacted. It was on the direct line of flight. Okay, we've got an M48 pattern coming up to the top far northwest corner. But we're aiming for the AMX 5100, who's, well, near the town. And our guy's occupied the town at the moment, so he's about to get a whole world of hurt. Because if she managed to get around into him, she fires blind. I think she would have stunned him. She might have stunned him. If that AMX50-100 meets our guys, they're going to get very badly damaged. Okay, she's moving down this side of the map, the east side. There is an enemy tank further off, but we've got a barrage between us and them, and by moving to this position, Angelina can fire on the enemy tanks, the M48 pattern, over on the west side of the map without fear of being taken out. And the enemy tank to the south, which was the Skoda T50, has been killed, so we don't need to worry about them. Okay, the M48 pattern is hiding behind the rock at the moment, so she can't get a shot on him just yet. She'd probably hit this rock face if she tried. She fires blind. Oh, she got it in. Yep, she definitely hit the spot, well, near the spot where he was hiding. In the meantime, a barrage has been seen near the enemy heights. A bunch of our tanks have come out of the town to the south, and unfortunately we've lost the IS-3 too to the E75, or was it Scorpion actually on their team, who got a shot in. We're 3 tanks up on the enemy now. Angelina's searching for another target. The E75 is a bit difficult to hit at the moment. He's too close to these buildings for her to get an accurate shot. Yeah, that 705 just took a big hit. Okay, there's the enemy Scorpion up on the heights on the west side of the battlefield. That's the guy who took out our T95. Or was it not the T95, the IS-3 too, sorry. Okay, we just lost our E4, but there goes the E75, so she's gone back to look for that pattern. The enemy's down to just 5 tanks now. The barrage, which is above the cap area, or above their cap area, she fires a blind shot in. She's going back to have a look for that Scorpion. The Chrysler GF has gone up onto the heights to try and find him. Looks like the barrage has abandoned his position, but he hasn't. He's still there, and our barrage goes in. Looks like our guy got the drop on the enemy because he took 2 hits and he's decided to kill himself. Yeah, he decided he'd had enough of the game because he lost too many hit points and he's gone back to the garage. Not the best way of doing that. You should fight. You should continue to fight even if you know that you're at a disadvantage. Oh, direct hits on the Udas, 14.5. That was an excellent shot. Blind hit on the target. We'll have to look and see how much damage she did if that was the only hit she ever put on the Udas. But I suspect because that vehicle has very thin armour, she's more than likely done a lot of damage to him. And the Scorpion's just gone down to our Super Conqueror. The guy's not capping, and it looks like Angelina's locating to a new position so she can get shots on the enemy. There's the 14. Oh, she hit him heavily. Look, he's missing most of his hit points. And the kill shot came in from the Chrysler, which finished him off. Which means now there's only 2 enemies left, the M48 pattern and the Progetto 46, and they were over in the northwest corner of the map. Which means now that Angelina can go to the enemy cap area, put some pressure on him, force him to move, and then our teammates can get the kill. In fact, I think they're not even waiting, they're going in for the kill. I always say that it's better for Arty to move, do something, get to a new position if their position is threatened, and possibly even Cat to help win the game, but it's all over because the enemy has been killed. And that's the end of the first battle. It is a victory. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a 3rd class tank of angelina75 in the M53 M55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 6 in this one, but her win rate was only 1399. She got much less damage than she normally gets in battles, and I think this is all down to the nerf that Wargaming has applied against Arty. Yes, it's really reduced the amount of damage our guys can get. If we look at the team score, we can see that the high score in that game was the Super Conqueror with 5,896. He picked up Spartan, High Caliber and a Steel Wall. The second highest damage in the game went to the Object 705 with 3057, and the third highest damage is the IS-32 with 2414, and we can see Angelina picked up 1653. When it came to kills, it was actually the UDES 14-5 who got 3 kills in that game. 2 kills went to the Super Conqueror, the Emil 2 and the T110E4. Angelina didn't get any kills at all in that battle actually. We'll just do a quick check because we saw that UDES was the high scorer. She actually did 434 hit points of damage to him with that blind shot. So it was a really good shot. It didn't penetrate, but it certainly did clobber him just when he didn't need that. And that helped, I think, our teammates to actually get the kill. Let's have a look at the team score, the base XP. We can see 1,116 went to the Super Conqueror, 1,008 went to the Brask, 912 went to the IS-32. Angelina picked up 675 from that battle. She fired 10 rounds, got 5 direct hits, no penetrations but 9 splash. Damage of 1,653 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She hit 5 of the enemy but didn't get any kills because she got 824 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. On a free-to-play account, she earned 21,258 credits, and after resupply of ammunition, took away a profit of 2,558 credits. 674 base XP, times 2 for the first victory, 1,350 from personal reserves, and took away 2,700. Angelina is one of the players, the Arty Noobs members, who's decided not to spend any more money with Wargaming because they nerfed Arty. And although I'm also with the same idea that I'm not going to spend any money with Wargaming either, no matter how many good premium tanks they bring out, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to spend anything with them because they did what they did to Arty. But I do have rather a lot of premium time stored up. In fact, I was nearly always about 2 years ahead on 2 of my 3 of my accounts actually, or at least 2 of the accounts, sorry, because one of my accounts I've only got 1 year ahead, that's the American account. But yes, so it's going to be a while before I start being a free-to-play player, but in the meantime you can see Angelina's dramatically lost the amount of damage she's getting. It's dramatic reduction because obviously I've seen how much she can get in the past, and she normally gets medals like Gauze medals, high calibers and the like, but she's not getting them anymore. So that's the first battle with Angelina. The next battle is going to be with talon1958, her partner, so let's see how he gets on in his game. The second replay is on the Fjords map, and we're in the southeast corner, and of course, as I said, it's talon1958. It looks like he's going to go onto the peninsula, Little Italy as I call it, because it kind of looks like Italy in its shape, whereas the other bank over there is kind of like Yugoslavia in a sense. Yes, I know, it's my weird brain that's saying that, but yes, you must admit, it does like stick out a bit like Italy does into the Mediterranean. Okay, he's ready to go, and he's aiming. Well, from this position, you get good shots on certain enemy positions. Just having a quick check there to see if there was any movement or anything that could actually give them an idea that the enemy Arty have moved in. But there's nearly always an enemy tank will make its way down to this corner. It's one of the areas that you should push to, really, if you want to control this corner of the map and shoot at the enemy tanks. And an enemy's turned up, so this 101 rounds out. Direct hit! 244, that was an excellent shot. And Talon is relocating to avoid counter battery. Always a wise choice. It's so easy just to make a small movement to throw off the enemy. I know some players, some Arty players have said that they're not going to counter battery the enemy unless the enemy gets spotted, to almost like a pact, because Wargaming did what they did to nerf Arty. They've decided they're not going to attack counter battery unless the enemy Arty gets spotted. Now, yes, I must admit I don't follow that pact, but I can understand why people are doing it. If I know that I spot the tracer from the enemy Arty, if I know where he's located, I will put a round in there to see if I can upset him. And we've just spotted where the enemy Arty is. He's just down here. He's on this little island because we saw the tracer coming from this area. So I think he's slightly over to the left. Okay, that round will have woken him up. But of course it also tells the enemy Arty whereabouts Talon's firing from. Okay, he's gone to the aim. And that SU-101 has pulled back, but he is still under fire. And Talon's not going to be loaded for a moment. Now there's two enemy Arty. It looks like the other one is located in grid square B1. The SU-101 just got wiped out by our Lerva. We know there's a Leopard prototype somewhere behind those barns, those silos rather. No sight of him there. Can't get a shot on the Chimera because the rock's in the way. But he might be able to put another round on the enemy. In fact, there's a T-30 there, just to his left. Fires at the Chimera. Oh, that was a good shot. He got 189 from the splash. And our TVP VTU's gone right in to try and take advantage of that. But unfortunately, it worked out against him because the Borsig managed to get around in to finish him off. So the Borsig must be somewhere over where the Leopard is to get a shot at the Chimera. Or to get a shot at the TVP VTU rather. But we do know that T-30's there and Talon's almost loaded. Here we go. That's out. Good. This should be an accurate one. It is 205. Okay, and he's got some stun assist as well already. He's changing position. So he's got plenty of time to do that because his reload time is 31.65 seconds. The standard reload is 40.27, so you can see you've got plenty of time to move about. He's using Coca-Cola premium consumable, and I think he's probably using vents as well. That helps improve it. Okay, he's aiming for the T-44-100. That guy's pulling back though because he knows he's in danger. Fires the round in, and oh, that was very close. The T-44 paused. But it didn't help him because he then started moving back again and he moved right into the line of fire. Okay, we've got a guard over here. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Borsig is somewhere in that vicinity, maybe in those bushes. The guard is under fire. He's just took a hit from the other Arty in our team. He took some stun. He's running. He's running away. Talon's readjusting. He's looking for a target. I'd say those bushes, there's more than likely where the Borsig is. But he might go back to where the Arty was last spotted, or rather the tracer. And I just saw a tree go down. So I think that one of the enemy is behind the rock at A5. Rounds out in the SU-130 PM. Oh, kill shot! He splashed him. That's a nice one. So he's got his first kill on the books. Okay, there's the guard again. He's come back. He just took two hits, two big hits. Kind of makes him a splash kill. If Talon can get a hit, even better. The guard is a medium tank, doesn't have much in the way of armour. And he's just knocked a tree down as well. Rounds out in that position. Well, he didn't get the kill, but he certainly must have woken that guy up. Just need to change position a bit though, Talon, because more than likely those enemy Arty are still probably wondering where you are. That's it. Excellent. Okay, he's dialing in. The T-44-100 pulled back and he went around the rock and he's come up the west side. Rounds out. That's going to miss, unfortunately. It looks like both Artys missed him. And the rock's now in the way, so we can't get a shot. But, well, we just saw where the enemy Arty is. He's come out of the corner. He's actually near the cap area. He must be in D1 because there's no other way that he could get a shot onto that Skoda from the other angle. If he was up in B1, he wouldn't have got a shot on the Skoda from there. The score's even, so there's still everything to play for. Looks to me like our Striv S1's holding the East Passage, stopping the T-30 from making any movement up there. We do have a Scorpion nearby as well, and I think he's about to engage the T-30. There he is. Okay, well, we can certainly help the Scorpion if we aim in this corner. If the T-30 comes around the corner, he's going to get one hell of a surprise. Rounds out. Well, he lost 259 hit points, and now the Scorpion can get a kill off him. Well, he only has to fire 8 chi at him to kill him, or even nudge him. And he's gone. That was a distinct advantage that Talon gave his teammates there by taking out that T-30. It was a real problem. And it looks like the enemy Arty is now focusing on our Striv S1. So he's decided to move and try and help. There's the guard, making a run for it. Unfortunately, the shell just a fraction too late. The Skoda's moving up, so the guard has to go, because if he stays where he is, he's going to get 2 rounds and possibly lose 1,000 hit points. He just doesn't have that health left. Talon's decided to get closer, and I think he might move north because there's only 3 enemies left, 2 Arty and the guard. And we know the guard's short on health. I suspect the enemy Arty is. The guard's gone, and the M53, M55 has been found. He wasn't over on the island, he was in the dip there. And we're dialing in. I don't think he can get a shot, but he'll try. No, he hits the ridgeline, and it's the Striv that's going to try and get the kill, I think. Yes, he got him. And the M53, M55, the other one, killed our Scorpion, apparently. So the guard is not dead, and I thought he was killed, but so there's still 2 enemies left. I have the feeling that Talon's going to get behind the Skoda and try and assist him to move north. Yeah, they're indicating they think that the enemy's in B1. I thought that the enemy Arty had moved on to D1 near the cap to be as far west as he possibly could be. If Talon goes down onto the beach area here, he can easily get good shots on the Arty the moment he's spotted, but he might be able to fire a few shots. Don't get too close to the north bit, to that hill, otherwise it's difficult trying to shoot shots over. In fact, the M53, M55 relocated altogether, and he's abandoned the position he was in, and he's now moving to the east. It's a bit difficult to get up this ramp, but he can, because he's got a Patton tank as his chassis. Oh, he's been spotted. The guard must be over. Yeah, the guard is actually in the position on B1 now, and he did get clobbered, but the guard revealed himself, and now, oh no, you probably won't get up that one because it's a bit too steep. You need to turn side on as you go up the slope. But in fact, actually, he's decided to shoot from here. And that M53, M55 is kind of suicide. And that's not right. That's not on. Rounds out. Oh, he got a kill! No suicides allowed. Well done. Well, yet again, both partners have managed to perform very, very interestingly, because Talon managed to get a 3rd class tanker in that game as well as a bruise medal, which is identical to Angelina. Although Angelina only got the 1 kill, if I remember correctly. No, she got no kills, actually. Whereas Talon managed to get 2 kills in that game. His win rate was slightly less than Angelina's. Yes, Angelina did better in that one, 1399. Whereas Talon managed 1,115, so I think he's going to be looking after the boy at the weekend, or rather he probably was on that weekend, because the winner gets to sleep in, the loser has to look after their boy Remy in the morning. Yes, he actually titled this one "No Swimming Allowed." Exactly, no suicide allowed. You don't suicide, you just keep fighting. If you have to, you ram the enemy to try and get some more hit points off them, but you never give up, never surrender. And if we look at the team scores, we can see that the high score was the Striv S1 with 4,063 hit points. He got the high caliber. The second highest damage in the game was the Tortoise, who got 3,871. He picked up cool-headed steel wall. And the third highest damage was the guard on the enemy team, 3,497. When it came to to Alan, sorry, oops, mentioned his real name, 1,155 hit points of damage in that game, which is not bad, puts him 6th on his own team, but a little further down overall because there was 6 enemy tanks. I think it was 6 enemy tanks, yes, so 6 enemy tanks that were ahead of him on damage. When it came to kills, though, he actually shares second spot because the Tortoise and the Skoda T56 managed to get 3 kills, so they were tops. The second place was the Striv S1, and Talon managed to get 2 kills along with the Guard and the Borsig on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's a little further down the table. 1,131 to the Striv, 1,108 went to the Tortoise, 956 went to the Liss, and Talon's a little further down with 664 in that game. He fired 12 rounds in that game, got 2 direct hits, no penetration, 7 splash, damage of 1,155 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit. It was a penetration. That was from the guard who crossed the river, but he revealed himself when he shot at Talon. I suppose it was too much of a temptation. You see an Arty in sight, you think, oh, I can easily kill him with 1 shot. And of course, remember, the gun on the guard is a 122mm gun, so he should have been able to do at least 390 alpha or something of that region, possibly get a high roll and take Talon out, but he didn't get that, and as a consequence Talon survived. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 killed, 476 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns. On a premium count, yes, Talon's still on a premium like me, 24,527, 50,000 for completing the first win of the day, 74,527 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away a profit of 40,588 credits. 996 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 1,992 experience points altogether. I like his thing where he says no swimming, because it is so ridiculous that people still suicide in this game rather than face the enemy. You had one doing that, the Barask in Angelina's game just dived off the cliff because he just didn't want to fight anymore, and he knew that if he dived off the cliff nobody would get the hit points that he lost when he crashed. I really think actually Wargaming ought to bring about a rule that says if you suicide, if you drown, or if you deliberately dive off the cliff, you lose any profit you would get from the game. I think it would make people more careful not to dive off cliffs, and certainly make them more careful not to drown. I know the objections would be that some people do drown accidentally when they don't intend to, and some people accidentally fall off an edge of a cliff and die when they didn't mean to, but I think the rules should be there to stop people from deliberately doing it as they did in both games. But at least in Talon's game, he got the benefit of taking out that guy and effectively ruining his game by stopping him from drowning, which is a rather good shot as well. I hope you enjoyed both those replays. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And do remember, we've got a sister channel called The General, which features replays without any commentary whatsoever. It's just a straight battle from start to finish with hopefully a virgin client, so you're not going to see any mods or anything like that on the game. All you're going to see is the standard battle, exactly what the players saw during the game, and at the end of it you'll see the results as well. There's some rather good games selected. Most of them have got things like ace tankers or pools medals or Kolobanovs, so you're going to see some top shot games. Thank you for watching.